So today is a very special day because today is album 401, which is a Blondie's Blondie, released in 1977 on private stock. And that means that this is our 100th album number 100. I have a lot to say about that, but that'll come at the end of discussing this album. Thankfully, I feel pretty mid about this one, so I just really don't have that much to say. It would be a stranger to me. I mean, obviously, like I'm familiar with Blondie. They're like a massive band with some massive hits. But this album would be a stranger to me just because I haven't really like gotten to it. Um, haven't really gotten a chance to listen to it. And like I feel like I'm not missing out on too much. It really seems like they would like perfect their sound more and do a much more compelling version of this like later on in their career. But overall, it's still very important as like a pillar of new wave. I mean, really founding new wave in many ways. But they were never really my favorite band to come out of like that New York, like CBGB's club scene, of that era. There's just bands that I enjoyed much more. And they were definitely like the less punk version of a lot of those bands. The exception to that really is like my favorite part of this, which is Debbie Harry's voice. She has so much like, she gives so much to these performances and like has so much of like a punk snarl and like a lot of these things that like really keep these fun. And that really follows my favorite tracks on here, that still have like good instrumental backings, like Look Good in Blue. That's definitely one of my favorites. And then my favorite string of tracks would be From Man Overboard to Rifle Range. A lot of really cool sounds being experimented there, but then it just kind of falls flat with Kung Fu Girls and The Attack of Giant Ants. I mean, just dumb. So in any case, I would give this album like an 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, put it somewhere like midway on the list. Now getting to talk about our 100 albums, I think I'm going to take a very small break from listening to music and covering albums and pivot a little bit to some thoughts that I've gotten after covering these last 100 albums. Maybe do a little bit about like my overall purpose in this, kind of do a redux of like my first initial like account video, some stuff like that, but definitely taking a little bit of a break before we get into the 300s here.